Hello, fight fans. I'm James Smith. Welcome to In This Corner TV. We're at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. We're on Saturday night on Showtime Championship Boxing. The main event should be a great one. Amir Khan takes on Devon Alexander. Two welterweights, very important showdown. The co-main event, one of the most exciting welterweights in all of boxing, unbeaten Keith one-time Thurman in action. Here's pre-fight reaction. Let's talk about how complete a fighter you are right now.
I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I'm getting better every time. I'm in the gym, I'm working on things, specifically, becoming better as an all-round fighter. And, I can see the change in me when I'm sparring, when I'm training hard, when I'm fighting now. You can see in the last performance against Luis Collazo, you see a big change in Amir Khan. He's not like, I'm not always on my toes now, going in and out and fighting and, not thinking. I think about before, every attack. I think before I make an attack, and I think about where I'm going to be after that attack. So it's all about thinking. As I'm getting older, I'm getting mature and I'm getting wiser. So yeah, I think it's
more calculated, more in control.
Definitely. I mean, you can see the punch percentage. I mean, I was like 51% connection. My connection the percentage was very high in the last fight. And I think that comes with age. As you get more experience under your belt, you be more smarter and you pick your shots at the right time.
One of the things I noticed in the Collazo fight, and maybe Virgil has brought this to your game, is your balance. You're more on balance now after your shots.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I used to get put down with shots because I used to be off balance, and the balance is everything. So basically, with Virgil, he wants me to be in the right position. He wants me to be in the right balance. So when I throw a shot, I want to be in the still, be in a good position, just in case I miss and I get caught with a shot or counter shot. So yeah, he's worked on them specific things, and I see a massive difference in them.
Devon Alexander, a southpaw, you just looked really good against Collazo, a southpaw. Your right hand and your left hook. What do you expect in this fight Saturday night?
This fight's gonna be a tough fight. Not looking past this fight. Alexander's one of the top guys in boxing. Winning this fight will definitely catapult me to the big fights I want to go to. But at the moment, Alexander is going to be, and it's going to be tough, like I said. But we have the tools to win this fight and look good against Alexander. And I really believe I'm a level above. But it's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be tough. But I'm going to be focused in there and stick to the game plan. Listen to my trainer, Virgil Hunter. All that strength conditioning I've done with my trainer, Tony Brady, is going to help. And I'm going to be ready, man.
Devon, talk about your preparation and where you're at mentally, physically, and spiritually for this fight.
I'm all of those and above. I'm just ready. All the training, all the talking, everything is pretty much over. It's all over but the shouting and the punches thrown, so I'm ready.
What do you think of Khan as a fighter? Pretend like you're an analyst with me. Break him down a little bit.
Okay. Well, all I see is a guy who likes to use his speed, likes to use his legs, but no, nothing special about him. He's going to come, he's going to try to overpower you with his speed, and, if you let him do it, then he's going to continue to do it all night. But if you give him angles and you're able to, use his speed against him, you can beat him anytime.
One of the things, when I'm breaking you down, I see as a fighter is a guy that when he stays focused the entire 12 rounds, you're damn good. But you have a tendency at times to get out of that.
Yeah. Well, this fight right here, I'm planning on making a statement, and I plan on being focused the whole fight as long as it lasts. Who knows? I might get that lucky shot in and end the fight. But the power's there, the speed's there, so I'm going to be versatile in this fight.
You have more power, I think, than people give you credit for when you set down on your punches, but you use speed like Khan. Is this one, because he's chinny, is this one where perhaps you might take a little bit off of the speed game and work more on the setting down on your shots?
Well, of course. I'm gonna show him that I can match him speed too, but I'm also going to show him that I got power. So that's what I meant by when I said versatile. I'm going to do it all.
Talk about this training camp in preparation for this fight on Saturday night.
It's pretty much the same. At this point in my career, being a 12-round fighter, we have a real decent formula that we abide by in training. For the most part, 8 weeks to 6 weeks out. Every once in a while it varies in camps, but we put in our two-a-days. I up my runs for this camp from 45 minutes daily to 1 hour daily. So we make minor adjustments, but we have a blueprint, and we abide by that blueprint.
And Dan works you, doesn't he?
He sure does, man. For As a matter of fact, it's Dan's birthday today. I don't know if he's 62, maybe 62.
He's a very young 62. He's also a member of the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame with me, and a heck of a trainer. What does he do best as a trainer?
Mitt work. There is nobody that works the mitts like Dan. I can guarantee it, hands down. You know, as an amateur, I've been in an international competition where they got their own trainers for the teams, you know, and you got to work with separate trainers. The way that Ben used to work the mitts, you know, a lot of trainers will tell you what to throw. 1, 2, 3. Do this. Pivot here. Do that. Slip this. Slip that. Dan doesn't do any of that. Dan holds up the mitts at a legitimate angle, and it lets his fighter pop off the counter. You know, 1, 2, 3, however you want to throw it. And like I said, he kind of keeps one mitt a little angled for you throw short uppercuts and hooks, you know. And so he pays attention, man, like a fighter. Dan remembers what it was like being in the ring, and he does his best to read his fighters' movements. He'll tell you, I'm one of the trickiest fighters that he's ever had. And then another thing is, while he sees that a fighter might kind of be trying to take a break or getting a little fatigued, he'll flick a jab at you. He'll throw a hook at you.
Making you work and think at the same time.
And he never tells you. He doesn't warn you. He does it just like a fighter. He's got his hands up. He's got the mitts up. And then he shoots.
Your opponents don't warn you either, right?
That's right. They don't warn you. And then Dan even will try to feint. Yeah. So he'll try to make himself unpredictable. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, I'm a little too slippery for the old man, you know, a little too slippery. He says the last time he saw reflexes like that was Winky Wright.
Well, you've been too slippery for all your opponents thus far. I think you're in a great position right now in the whole landscape of the welterweight division. Chavez is fighting Bradley across the street. You already beat him in a real good fight. Amir Khan's taking on Devon Alexander. And you're sitting in the mix, considered the most dangerous of all those fighters. Where do you see yourself in the landscape of the buck 47-pound fighters right now?
I don't know how many fighters we have in the welterweight division that I could fight, but we're in Vegas, right? So why don't we put their face on a pair of dice and give it a roll? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, man. Put me in with anyone. Anyone.
Well, what about Saturday night? What do you know about Bundu, your opponent? What's going to take place there?
Bundu, European champion, 2000 Olympian, 31-0, 11 knockouts, 2 draws. He's smart, man. He's a busy fighter. He's got a lot of movement, very rhythmic fighter. He switches from southpaw, right-handed, southpaw, right-handed. He does what he wants when he wants to, for the most part. I think he thinks it confuses his opponents, at least everybody in Europe. He's been able to confuse with that strategy. I'm looking forward to what he plans on doing. He's made the statement that he's going to respect my power, which he should, but I do believe that he's going to fight his fight, and I'm just going to be there every single round, making adjustments and looking for the knockout.
Saturday night, you guys can expect an awesome, awesome performance, and watch me be victorious Saturday night.
So on Showtime, you're going to see an exciting fight, you know, between myself and Devon Alexander. You're going to see Amir Khan coming out with the win. It's going to be a terrific fight, you know. It's going to be non-stop, hand speed, power, explosiveness. It's going to be great, man. So don't miss it, guys. Showtime Sports.
First off, Saturday night here at the MGM Grand is a terrific card. This whole card is stacked with talent from the bottom to the top. So, you know, if you're a true boxing fan, get here as early as possible and enjoy a tremendous night of boxing. When we get down to the co-main event with me and Bundu, you know, you're looking at one time. My motto is KOs for life and don't blink. So that means get your food ready, get your drinks ready, and go to the bathroom before that first bell rings, because you never know when that knockout's going to occur. I can guarantee you that Saturday night is going to be a terrific night of boxing.